Okay, let's try this video again. The last time seems like I had it recording upside down on and off, so here we go again. Showing you some of the fruit trees I planted over the last few years, and my favorite is the avocado trees. Let's start with this Haas. Some call it a Has. This one was dying, and like all my other avocado trees, but I realized I wasn't watering enough, so I got it figured out. So let's see what happens from here. This is the first update in a series that I'm gonna do. So if you look, you'll see tape where I've grafted on a couple other varieties to that one, like a Fuerte and a Reed. Took a bud from my Fuerte, which is this one. Got it at a nursery in the 15-gallon size for about $59, and it's doing well. It should flower and fruit next year. This is my best producing tree. It's a Eureka lemon. Usually they get larger than softballs. This year they were probably the smallest in about 5 years, and they're still pretty large. If you look here, I did a trick called air layering, where you can take a branch and pretty much form a new tree out of that branch and get it to fruit faster, but I'll talk about that in a separate video. This here is my bacon avocado, so I guess the bacon grows up to be a big tree, tall and upright, and it's a consistent producer. It's doing pretty good so far. That's the biggest one on here. By the way, we're in Chula Vista, California. This is May 30th, so I've had this plant in the container about 3 months. It's my grapevine that usually produces like one set of grapes each year, so I haven't figured out grapes. Apple tree, I don't do anything to that tree, and it goes off every year, so it's flowering right now. This is a plum tree, been in the ground about 6-7 years. I think I might have got 20 last year, but it looks like might get hundreds of plums this year. Hard to see them because right now they're green, so they match the foliage. That's a homemade planter box that I built for one of my avocado trees, but I made it so big that I made the wheels too small, so I had to take my reed out of there and plant it. You'll see my reed in just a moment. It's a Mexican lime. We only get about 5 or 6 of those at a time. It's another dwarf Eureka that I'm trying to recover. It's a loquat tree. Hadn't put it in the ground yet. Just trying to figure out a good spot for it. Here's one of my favorite avocado trees. It's dropping the old leaves, so it's nice and healthy, but you can see the new foliage coming in, but it is dropping the old leaves. There's the new tiny reed avocados coming in. You can see the old size, they get humongous. This one should be ready to pick right now. I bought it and it had 2 of those on it. I ate one back in April and it was good, but I found out you're supposed to wait until June or July for those. So if you look up close, you'll see a bunch of tiny little reed avocados coming in, so I can't wait for those. It's an apricot tree, been in the ground about 7 years. And we got our first apricot last year, which was only one. This year, hundreds of flowers. We only got 2 apricots. They were good. This is a special tree. This is our guava tree. I think they come from somewhere like Central America because it's not your typical green guava. It's like a yellow guava with a pink flesh. And it produces thousands twice a year, every 6 months. And I end up having to give those away to coworkers. That's it for the backyard. Head around to the front. This is my nectarine tree. So it produces so many every year that we start losing them. They all start falling on the ground. It's been in the ground about six years. It's been producing probably 5 of those 6 years. And they were usually small. So what I did this year is I plucked 250 of those when they were small. And then they got a little bit bigger this year, but they're good. So I plucked 250 and we still have too many on the tree. As you can see, they're all just falling. So my wife thought I plucked too many. So next year I'll probably have to pluck like 500 of these things. Just so we don't have too many falling on the ground and whatnot. So now I got to clean up before the fruit flies come. Queen palm, planted that about 5 years ago. It was small. Now look at it. So it needs to be trimmed. This is a tangerine tree. We had hundreds on here. Actually, I'd probably say about 60. And we pluck those and give them away. And lo and behold, as soon as the old ones, old ones weren't even off and the new ones were coming in already. So it's looking like a year-round tree. And this is the kumquat, which the kids wanted, but they don't seem to eat them that much. They're really sour. They eat one here and there. But those stay on the tree for a long time. And here's my, probably tied for the reed with my favorite, but this is my biggest avocado tree. It's a Haas. If you look at it, it's got pretty nice size avocados all over it. And the story behind this is everyone else wanted $500, $600, up to $1,000 for a tree this size. And I went to the nursery that grows these things, and this one had fell. So a couple branches broke on it, and they sold it to me for $150 instead of the normal $230 price. By the way, the $230 trees usually cost $600 everywhere else. So did my due diligence in looking for this tree, and now I have a nursery where I can go get wholesale prices whenever I feel like it, or I tell other people who are interested in learning how to grow these things where to find them. But this thing is going off, so I'm hoping I get, at least 30 to 50 avocados the first year would be good. I've had it in the ground about 3 months. And like I said, all my trees used to die. Because in the summer, I'd probably water them twice a week. But I just realized when it's hot or windy, they need a lot of water. So look here, I got perforated drain pipes. So when I need to, I can get straight down to the lower roots and water from the bottom up. And also built like a rain catchment system so could lower the water bill some. I got a 50-gallon in the back. This one is 250 gallon. So it's good to throw some rainwater to kind of leach out the chlorine too, but also save on the water bill. But anyway, that's my update. May 30th, 2017. Let's see what they look like in a month or two. Signing out. Subscribe.